It's that time of year again, and you know what that means. Steam Next Fest is upon us, and there are literally tons and tons of games that have demos available right now for you to play. So we've picked out just over 30 games that we think you should check out to help you sort through the many, many fantastic indie games out there. But before we get into that, if you'd like to help us bring a voice to the voiceless, why not go to patreon.com/I-Dream-of-Indie-Games. You'll gain Discord access to the greatest indie gaming community, enjoy early ad-free shows, get our podcast 3 days early, get a shout out at the end of every video we produce, and even more. But best of all, you'll be supporting indie visibility. Your new indie gaming community is waiting for you. Breaking news! Godbreakers is part of Steam Next Fest. This fast and frantic co-op action game is for up to 4 players and features a combat system which allows for cancelling moves mid-air, devastating combos, and more. Take down bosses on your quest to defeat AI gone mad. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? The real twist here is that you can absorb your foe's powers, almost like Mega Man, and then use them yourself for the greater good. With tons of biomes to explore and a lovely visual style, the Godbreakers demo is a great one to download if you're a fan of the genre. Fancy yourself some magic and mysticism? Then why not try out the demo for Vex Mage? This is an arena shooter that mixes magic and gunplay together, and will officially launch later this month. But why wait? The demo will give you a taste of things now. Anticipate a deep spell fusion system where you can assign various runes, rely on speed and quick thinking, and survive explosive arenas either on flat screen display or in VR. Players can even enjoy cross-platform play, meaning Meta Quest users will be able to compete against those on Steam. Toss in a hard-hitting soundtrack, and fans of boomer shooters won't want to miss this one. Gambling-themed roguelikes seem to be all the rage these days, so why not toss another chip onto the pile with the Cascadier? This title looks to blend coin pusher mechanics with pinball gameplay for a bouncy good time. Build up powerful decks, charge up your coins with supernatural powers, and let loose into arcade cabinets in order to unleash combinations and hit the jackpot. The game features realistic physics too, along with a full-on skill tree to master. Find out how the first coin progression system feels for yourself in this newly released Steam Next Fest demo. Fans of games like Balatro and Slay the Spire will get the most out of it. Are you hungry for a bit of 3D platforming? Well, Rerolled Studios' Pardon My French Toast just might hit the sweet spot for you and is also participating in Next Fest. Gain sugary abilities in this adorable release by spreading honey across the lands. There's some ooey gooey wall climbing to be done, sugary power-ups that will help you progress further, and fun foodie themed levels to explore. Try to collect all of the giant candies and even solve a few puzzles in this feel-good release launching later this year. Bite into the demo now. Changing things up dramatically, we now turn to Cloudheim, a 1 to 4 player action game with physics-based combat, crafting, and a good deal of shop management thrown in for good measure. Take down gods and battle back evil in this imaginative world full of loot and breakable environments. Don't want to team up? Fear not, as the game can also be enjoyed in single player. While the full game will start in early access, you can get a nice preview of how it will play in its Steam Next Fest demo. Try this one before you buy, fantasy fans. A quirky, creepy, cozy experience now, My Little Cafe Nightmare is serving up screams this Next Fest. You are charged with renovating a haunted coffee shop, serving various ghosts their favourite brews. There's no shortage of resource management here, as you would expect. The cafe can also be decorated, with more upgrades becoming available through progression. This cozy title serves up a good deal of fun, so order up the demo for yourself. It's on the house. Visual novel meets wave-based FPS in Service with a Shotgun. Doesn't sound like the kind of room service I typically want to dial in. The game takes place at a roadside shop and will have you battling back zombies that crave your flesh. The story will be a large emphasis of the game, with plenty of interesting characters to meet and some hilarious dialogue to boot. With 5 chapters in total, the demo will give you a good feel for the interesting mix of genres. I've heard that working retail is hell, but this is next level. Oh no! Looks like we're being pillaged by loads of Vikings! Protect your wares! Oh, wait, sorry. It's just turn-based tactics game NORSE Oath of Blood. Easy mistake to make. Turn-based combat isn't all you can expect from NORSE Oath of Blood, though that also looks to be a treat. You'll be building up a settlement from just a small camp, managing your community, and setting out on the path of vengeance. With stunning visuals, a little bit of something for everyone, and the ability to live out your Jarl fantasies, even only for a little while, why not check out the demo? This next one is launching into early access next month, but if you're looking for a sci-fi fantasy Lovecraftian RPG with a sweet art style and capybaras, then how about checking out the demo for Relic Abyss? With 20 characters to choose from, with their own huge set of skills, and all the typical RPG banger features, there is plenty for fans of the genre to enjoy. Plus, with its unique soundtrack, city builder mechanics, and procedural generation, we're excited to see what this one has to offer. Star Fox fans may also want to check out the demo for Squadron Phoenix, which is also a part of this year's Next Fest. Play as a pilot in this on-rails space-themed shooter that hopes to revive the genre and bring it to the present day with some roguelite elements. You'll also be able to upgrade your spaceship, defeat bosses, unlock all sorts of weapons, and, of course, choose your destiny with an expansive skill tree. If you've been yearning for some nostalgic gameplay or even just to do a barrel roll, this might be the demo for you. Next up, we're all going to experience what it's like to be a teddy bear fighting for the top spot in a toy shop in roguelike deck builder Barely Brave. Playing as the cuddly Toby, you'll have to fight off the competition to escape the toy store, using a whole host of tool and weapon cards. No two runs at escape are the same. With every win you'll get a bunch of new cards and other rewards to use in battle. Fight for your fuzzy freedom this Next Fest. If you're looking for a condensed hit of nostalgia, then I have the demo for you. Inspired by Wolfenstein 3D, this old school shooter has you trying to break out of an ancient prison, shooting through hordes of enemies, all of whom are desperate for your life to end. And with a whole bunch of enemies to fight with 9 different weapons to use over 24 different levels, there is plenty to shoot in the Brotherhood demo. No, but for real? Do you even forklift, bro? Well, you can start now by playing brand new puzzler, Do You Even Forklift? In a Ghibli-styled Japan, you can take your forklift license and solve over 30 puzzles, requiring you to put cars in the right place, whether they like it or not. Colourful, quirky gameplay, chaos-causing machines, and enough silliness to shake your stick shift at, why not check out the demo now? What would you do if the very concept of language was under threat? Well, Master Lemon, The Quest for Iceland, explores that very question. In a beautiful pixel art world full of language puzzles, you'll piece together the cure for a memory-devouring plague that is spreading across the Bashia's island. The game includes 25 real-world languages and features characters inspired by real cultures from across the globe. Have a play and maybe learn some new languages with the demo for Master Lemon, The Quest for Iceland. If language isn't really your thing, but fox girls and wolf girls are, then maybe Nezori would be more your speed. This action RPG stars Atsuko, a young fox girl who sets out on a quest to find a legendary hot springs in the wolf girl territory. With beautiful fox girls all around you, you'll need to explore the world, battle the many different kinds of enemies, and find out all the secrets of the light-hearted story. Battle your way through the deadly wolf girls in Nezori's demo. From wolf girls to werewolves now, with the auto-shooter roguelike Night Swarm. The vampire-themed RPG Bullet Hell has you playing as a young vampire lord as he begins his rise to power, and fighting against the hordes of werewolves trying to claim the night for themselves. With figurine-like characters and enemies, colourful worlds to explore, and interesting bosses to battle, you'll want to check this demo out to get into the Halloween spirit. Colour and Shadow, Corrupted Realms, and hack-and-slash 2D action are on the menu now, as action platformer RPG Shadows of Zana has also got a demo waiting for us this Steam Next Fest. You'll play as Special Agent Lort, an envoy of King Joy of the Kingdom of Varilla. With plenty of secrets to discover and 2D platforming to complete, why not hack, slash, and swing this one onto your demo list? Wizard Cats. Honestly, need I say more? Well, I suppose I will anyway, because Wizard Cats is also offering up a demo for this Next Fest season. Become your best wizard self by mastering the mystic arcane arts. but the more magic you learn, the more powerful your enemies will become, so this game will certainly keep you on your toes. In order to hone your magic craft, you need to combine runes for a highly customizable gameplay experience. Also, just look at these adorable creatures. If cats, magic, and a little bit of roguelike action is your cup of tea, then definitely give this one a go. Just when you think you've seen everything, Bigfoot Life releases a demo. As you might expect, this is a sim game based on the fabled creature of the same name. You'll do everything a Bigfoot does: fish, forage, and perhaps most importantly, watch out for humans. Words to live by for anyone, honestly. Fear not, you'll even be able to customise the looks of your mythical beast, unlock Bigfoot skills, whatever those are, and build your own shelter. Just in time for spooky season, we have a psychological horror demo in the form of Casting Whispers, where you'll need to listen closely if you hope to survive. No, really. The game has a key listening mechanic, where the player will need to stop and concentrate to find secrets and listen in on conversations to get all the details on what's going on in this American town in the 1960s. This one looks super atmospheric, and the listening mechanic is an interesting touch. Horror fans, don't miss your chance to try Casting Whispers for yourself. Any fans of deck building and monster collecting out there? Well then Decktamer might be for you. This demo will show off some of the strategic gameplay as you decide which enemy creatures to defeat and which to tame for your own team. Do you have what it takes to reach the heart of the abyss? Find out for yourself and encounter tons of wild creatures with unique abilities with the demo, which is available now. Okay, this one is just too cute to leave off the list. Gumball in Trick or Treat Land is inspired by the nostalgic pixelated charm of the Game Boy Color era. You're just a Gumball trying to get home from a very strange land in this JRPG with a charming cast of characters that are sure to fill your heart with joy and whimsy. You'll also have to save this new world from the dark forces of chaos that have begun to turn the candy into coal. Travel through time with this nostalgic demo. Are you looking for a stealth game that has all the cozy vibes and maybe just a bit of humour? Then check out Hoomanz this next fest. This light-hearted affair won't have any violence to worry about, being more of a family-friendly video game. You'll play as Shu on a quest to defend the planet Earth. The game relies on dark and light as one of its gameplay components, so carefully hide in the shadows and don't get caught. Dash away out of any precarious situations in this adorable indie release that's coming out on October 27th. Though, why wait? Try the demo now. If you think one game per demo is simply not enough, then may I perhaps offer you the demo for Anima Gate of Memories 1 and 2 Remaster. These two acclaimed action RPGs tell the story of three characters as they discover their role in a shadowy war that has left them all having to fight for their survival. The rich fantasy world has been upgraded to be even more beautiful, and the deep story relies on you to shape the narrative with your choices. So whether you are a new player or an OG looking to see if this one sparks joy like the original, try this demo out and dive into the world of Anima. If that's all a bit serious for you and you're looking for a more cartoony, fast-paced retro shooter, then perhaps play the demo for Captain Wayne Vacation Desperation. This shotgun-armed sailor is on a mission to rob and humiliate every rich arsehole across the globe, and in this part game, part cartoon, you'll unleash Wayne's wrath on many unsuspecting goons. With 8 areas, plenty of weapons and fighting tactics to use, and a wacky story featuring our hot pink wearing captain, get ready for hand-drawn chaos when you dive into this demo. The next game, Dice a Million, and its subsequent demo, asks just one thing of you. Roll a total of 1 million in one single set of dice. Sounds simple, right? Wrong. This roguelike deck builder is perfect for anyone who has burned the Balatro UI into their screens and are looking for a twist on their fave. There are 100 different dice to add to your bag, as well as 50 rings to boost your builds, and plenty of other combos and boosters to add to your hands to make your dreams of reaching the heights of 1 million, and maybe even higher, a reality. Get a taste of rolling big in the Next Fest demo ahead of Dice a Million's potential January release. If you're looking for something cute and cozy to sink a bit of time into, instead of the high-octane dice throwing, then perhaps Fading Serenades will be more your speed. This pixel story has you exploring a quaint island, discovering its vanishing traditions, helping the islanders and completing minigames to try and clear debris and make exploring this island just a little easier. Managing your inventory is essential as your backpack is only little, requiring you to maneuver items to make sure they fit into the grid. Enough cozy niceness now, because it's October and we are legally obligated to sprinkle in a bit of horror every few minutes. So may I present the demo for I Hate This Place, the upcoming isometric survival horror game that forces you to craft and scavenge in order to survive the onslaught of spooky, but may I say pretty, monsters. Daytime is when you'll need to hunt for resources, because as night falls, the enemies get more aggressive and determined to make your life difficult. With an aesthetic pulled straight out of an 80s comic book, why not check out this demo for a little bit of horror with a twist? I don't know about you, but I don't remember much of my time as a baby. In fact, I remember none of it because I was a baby. However, Goodnight Universe puts you into the onesie of a psychic 6-month-old named Isaac as his powers begin developing. Isaac wants to be loved by his slightly dysfunctional family, but an evil tech corporation is determined to kidnap Isaac and use his powers for probably not good. You'll use the camera as your controller for a more immersive experience and discover what it's like for a wee baby who just so happens to have mystical powers. You might go goo goo gaga for the game after you've played the demo. Next up, we're popping by Aggro Crab, a studio that is quickly becoming purveyors of fantastic indie games. This next demo is from their newest game, Crashout Crew, a game that promises 4-player co-op chaos as you and some pals take over at Denial Shipping, and must hop into the forklifts to try and meet the impossible deadlines set by your employer. You'll collect boxes and other more difficult cargo, i.e. chickens, and almost certainly get annoyed at your friends as they knock said cargo off of your forklift and force you to start again. Grab some chums and get involved this next fest. Another deck builder now, but this time we're merging it with those fruit dropping games and creating the ultimate Dogpile. When 2 dogs that match hit one another, they'll evolve into a bigger dog, and if they hit a matching bigger dog, it gets even bigger. In between rounds in the Dogpile, you can adopt more dogs to add to your hand and subsequently getting more dogs to drop into the pile. Some dogs have different quirks that may make life a little easier and potentially break the game with their combos. Remember to adopt, don't shop, but why not try out the demo before you do either? Another roguelike now, but this one is of the medieval hack and slash variety. Tears of Metal has you battling through hordes of enemies with the help of your fellow Scots. The game can be played alone or with friends and focuses on you wielding powerful abilities and upgrades, managing warriors and battling swarms of villains brought to your island. There's also a settlement managing mechanic where you'll gain access to new shops, artifacts, playable characters and upgrades. Protect your island, expand your Scottish battalion, and kill the invaders in this demo. Also joining in with Steam Next Fest is the upcoming Let It Die sequel, Let It Die Inferno. The roguelike survival PvPvE game has you picking from a bunch of raiders and diving down into a huge chasm that has swallowed an entire city. While you're down in Hellgate, you'll need to collect enough splithium and fight your way back out. But don't worry, death only causes you to drop all your stuff. You'll still be able to come back with the powers you've gained. The game focuses predominantly on melee combat, but a few raiders do have some semi-ranged attacks if close range is a bit scary for you. Throw yourself down the pit to fight for Uncle Death. You know, that guy. In Let It Die Inferno's demo ahead of its December release. I will leave you now with some nightmare fuel for your next fest festivities. Check out the demo for Winnie's Hole, a game about mutating a beloved childhood character with various viruses by capturing cells. If it sounds bizarre, it looks even weirder. There are turn-based battles to contend with here, tons of viruses and mutations to discover, and a darkly twisted narrative based on Winnie the Pooh himself. Don't miss the chance to check this one out for yourself. That seems like plenty of demos to keep you busy. But let us know in the comments, will you be downloading any of these demos? What did you think? And what other game demos do you think we should play?